good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're joining me. This is your class with more challenging options. Obviously they're options, you don't have to do them, and you've all been coming to my classes long enough, so you pretty much know, I think, what you can do, what you can't do, build up gradually. As usual, make sure you've got enough space, you're not going to hit any bits of your furniture when you're doing the class. And make sure you've got a well aerated room, you've got some water handy, you've got your mat, and any props that you want to use, so your grips, light weights if you want to add a little bit more intensity, your ball, and of course your stretchy bands if we want to add in more upper body and core engagement, and of course your activation bands to help you engage your core and work your muscles in the right alignment. Okay, so one of my clients, Alison actually, I hope she doesn't mind me mentioning, asked me after the class last week on the Friday, she was asking me specifically about the breathing, particularly as we go into more compound movements. We did the squatting last week with arms going up and down into the squatting, and it is quite confusing how we do the breathing, how we manage that breathing and the core engagement when we're adding more complex moves in, and more importantly speeding it up a little bit, which I do give you the option to do. So we're going to focus a little bit on that today, do our normal class, but I'm going to give you the options, and we're going to be training the abdominals basically to stay in the whole time. So as you breathe in and you breathe out, if you're speeding it up, you need to keep the abdominals in, you need to keep that core engagement there and learn how to breathe in and out while not letting that go. So that's your sort of more advanced breathing technique. So we're going to do a couple of exercises to help us with that, and then we're going to put it all into the class as normal. So it's something you can take forwards. Okay, so posture as usual, lengthening through the top of the spine, chin retracted, 3 points of connection, lengthen that lumbar spine, bend the knees slightly, and of course pushing out against your activation bands, pelvic floor, buttock muscles, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. And remember, if you lift your rib cage or your chest, that automatically helps you to open up your posture, but don't be tempted to push out the low back, lengthen that lumbar spine. So we've got that 3 points of connection there. Okay, so let's get started. So into our warm up, feet hip distance apart, up onto the toes, breathing in, breathing out. Draw the abdominals in. Hinge the hips back without pushing the hips up, so you're still lengthening that lumbar spine, drawing the abdominals in, and then relax the arms, head, neck and shoulders. So even here, as you're holding this stretch, you're obviously stretching up the back of the legs and warming up, your upper body is relaxed. I want you to try and keep the abdominals in, but just breathe in and out normally. Try not to let that core engagement, the abdominals, go. And that's the secret of more the advanced, if you like, breathing techniques. So if you can, keep the abdominals in as you breathe in and out, and then slowly come back up, breathing out. Draw the abdominals in, make sure your knees aren't rolling in, and back to normal. And again, up onto the toes, breathing in, breathing out, heels back down, abdominals in. Okay, now keep them in, keep them pulled in if you can, as you roll down, but obviously at some point you can't hold your breath, so you can just breathe in and out normally, but keep the abdominals in. Have a little practice at that and see how you get on. And if you do feel the abdominals relaxing, just draw them in again. All right, so feeling a gentle stretch in the back of the legs, relaxing the upper body, and then breathing in, breathing out. Draw the abdominals in, slowly roll up, tuck the chin in, check your knee alignment, pushing out against your bands, and all the way back up. Good, fantastic. So just warming up first of all, loosening the shoulders, 3 points of connection, lengthening through the top of the spine, lifting the chest or rib cage so the shoulders open. So your arms, if you take the arms slightly behind you as you start to roll the shoulders, it will help you with the upper body posture. Try and look ahead rather than down. See what happens if you look down. So look ahead, chin back, and then just get those shoulders moving. All right, breathing in and out. So you breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. As you breathe out, abdominals in, try and engage the core, pushing out against your bands, abdominals in, and hopefully I want you to feel that connection eventually, abdominals and lower back, or all the whole back really, as you breathe out. And then with more advanced breathing, you're keeping those abdominals in all the time, breathing in and out. So you're not having to think, you let it go, you bring it, you put it in again. So try and keep those abdominals in, core engagement, and then just breathing in and out as you go into your exercise. So the breathing isn't too deep here. Shallow breath in really, and then breathe out. But try and keep that core engagement, keeping your postural alignment. Okay, I won't labour that too much, we'll go over that a bit later. So just loosening up the shoulders, keep the chin retracted, relax the arms. That's it, hands on the shoulders, so continue that, opening up the chest, breathing in and out, and then stretching up, elbows back level with the ears, stretching up, breathing out, stretching one arm and the other, drawing the abdominals in, keep them pulled in, and if you keep them pulled in, but just breathe in and out, you'll feel more muscles working, abdominal muscles here in conjunction with your back muscles. Good, and then all the way back, arms behind you, chin retracted, stretching up and lengthening away, breathing in, breathing out. So practice that here, try and keep the abdominals in and then just breathe in and out, and remind your muscles to draw in if you've let them go. Breathing in, breathing out. So all the time, if you manage to do that, you're working those postural muscles, you're working your abdominals, you're strengthening your back the whole time throughout the class. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, lengthening as we normally do, keep the knees slightly bent, arms behind you, stretching. So try and keep the abdominals in and just breathe in, breathing out. So as you breathe in, you're still drawing the abdominals in. So what we'll do later, we'll do that 100 exercise, which sort of helps to train your abdominals to do that. Okay, all right, take the arms a little bit higher. So we're going to go into our rib cage isolation. Same thing here, try and keep the abdominals engaged if you can, draw it in, bicep muscles, and focus on moving that rib cage side to side, just breathing normally, but keeping the abdominals in, and you're working all your core muscles. So chin retracted, arms behind you, and getting that rib cage moving, isolating. And then we're just going to rotate with that. So try and keep the hips facing the front, breathing in, breathing out, abdominals in, coming forwards. Good, breathing in, but don't let the abdominals go. Breathing out. Do you get the picture? This is how we do it for my more advanced clients. If you like, if you've been doing Pilates a long time with me, this is quite a challenge. Learning the breathing initially is a challenge, but after a while it becomes more natural, and you can add in this more advanced, if you like, breathing technique. So you're keeping the abdominals in all the time, and then just breathing in and out, breathing in and out. Good, try not to let the arms come forwards. Turn the head to the front, to the arm that's coming forwards. Open up a little bit more, really stretch from the spine. Shoulder blades back and down, abdominals in. And even here, if you're drawing those abdominals in, you should feel some muscles working here. If not now, eventually. Other side, opening up and stretch. Open the arms a little bit more, reach. Turn the head towards the arm that's coming forwards. Good, and relax. So holding that position, breathing in, breathing out, abdominals in, so keeping those muscles engaged if you can. Don't let the abdominals go, and just bring the head forwards and back. So breathing in as you come forwards, breathing out as you come back. But you're not letting those abdominals go each time, hopefully. That's what we're working up to anyway. So forwards and back, breathing in, breathing out, and then up and down, breathing in, breathing out. Try and concentrate, keeping those core muscles engaged. Obviously pelvis forward as well, try not to twist. Breathing in, breathing out, nice and slowly for that stretch in the back of the neck. Going back to the center, turn the jaw upward, up to the side, and back. Breathing in, breathing out, abdominals, keep them pulled in. Breathing in, breathing out. Do you get the picture? How are you doing with that? Do let me know if you're totally confused. The good thing about doing this online is you can always watch it back later and give it a practice in your own time. That's it. All right, back to the center, turn the head to the side, open the shoulders, breathing in, breathing out, rolling the head forwards, up to the other side. Good, and back. Nice and slowly, warming up. Good, back to the centre. Relax the ear to the shoulder, add your arm in, breathing in, breathing out. And the other side, hand over the ear. If you can reach the ear, hold the ear, breathing in, breathing out, up and over, shoulder down. Good, hands behind the head, chin retracted, and head forwards. And slowly come up. Okay, so first of all, we're going to do our toy soldier exercise. Okay, that gives you a bit of practice with holding these core muscles in, and also it sort of simulates when we lie on the floor, we do our leg slides with the arms. It simulates actually what you're trying to do with the abdominals in more advanced techniques. So hands down by your side. Okay, so what we're going to do with the arms, we take one arm up, we take the other arm back. Now try not to lift the shoulders, raise the hands, bring the arms slightly behind you, and then you're going to stretch up from the shoulder blade there, and the other one is going down, but you're not letting the shoulders actually twist or move. The stretch is coming from the shoulder blades. I'm going to add the breathing in a minute, change sides. Try not to hunch. Stretch and back. All right, the arm behind you, stretch from the shoulder blade, other one, arm behind you, shoulder blade down. So you're lengthening, stretching. Good, so we're going to add the breathing in now. So here, core engagement, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Engage the abdominals first. Try and pull the abdominals in, and then breathe in. And breathe out, stretch. Core muscles engaged. Bring it back, breathing in, breathing out, abdominals, arms behind you, stretch from the shoulder blades, reaching up. At this point, you're drawing the abdominals in. Now, bring the arms back, breathe in, but try not to lose that core connection. And you'll get more out of your Pilates if you can add this in. Breathing in, breathing out. Make sure you're not hunching, elbows back, reaching up, abdominals in, breathing in, yeah. At this point, you should still have your core muscles engaged, abdominals, bicep muscles, and then breathe in, breathe out, stretch. If you have lost that, you can draw the abdominals in a little bit more and feel that core connection. It's a great stretch for your spine as well. And back. Good, brilliant. Okay, so let's just go into our inner thigh stretches and our hip flexor stretch. Of course, you can add in your light weights or your exercise band if you want to here. So first of all, let's go into your inner thigh stretches. Breathing in, breathing out. Hinge the hips back, so we're keeping our core engagement, making sure you're not pushing the lower back out. 3 points of connection in the upper body. Open the chest, arms slightly behind you if you need to help you with that stretch. So legs as wide as you need to feel that stretch in the inner thigh. Breathing in, breathing out. Chin retracted, shoulder blades back and down. Core muscles engaged, abdominals. Breathing in, breathing out. So don't lose that abdominal connection, even though you're breathing in, breathing out, draw the abdominals in. Breathing in, but keep the core muscles engaged, particularly the shoulder blades back and down. Again, you'll get more of a stronger movement, stronger core connection. You'll use that more energy as well, of course, if you're adding this in. Don't worry if you don't get it straight away. Okay, hold it there a little bit wider, sink the hips back, keeping your core engagement, of course. Chin retracted, shoulder blades back and down. Legs a little bit wider, turn the feet out, sink the hips back a little bit more for that deeper stretch. Okay, bring the feet back in and sink the other way, sink back. Legs, turn the feet out a little bit, go down a little bit lower, just checking your knee alignment there. Good. All right, so we're going to switch to our hip flexor stretch. So if you watched my video clip that we did earlier, yesterday, that just goes over this hip flexor stretch again. So here you can add in a little bit more resistance and core activation, adding the band in, or your lightweight. So elbows back level with the ears, Your back is still nice and straight. Try not to hunch forward. Breathing in, breathe out. So draw the abdominals in, core engagement to start off with. Tip the pelvis under a little bit more, and that's where we can get our hip flexor. All right, reaching up, breathing in, breathing out, over to the side. And if you want a little bit more arms, bring that arm, the hand down a little bit, up and down, keeping the arms slightly behind you so elbows level with the ears. And up, breathing in and out. Abdominals in, keep it there. Now here, keep the abdominals in, and you can just breathe in, breathe out as you go into the exercise, so you're not having to think, draw the core muscles in all the time, if you can do that. All right, stretching up, lift the chest, not the shoulders, stretching up and back, add a bit more resistance here if you want to with the band. Tip the pelvis under and really feel that hip flexor stretch. Good, and back. If you're not feeling much of a stretch, you can go a bit lower, take the legs a little bit wider. Okay, turn around the other way. Woo, bit wobbly. Yes, well, I can't see what you're doing. Okay, breathing in, breathing out. So squat down, elbows level with the ears. 3 points of connection in your back here. Try not to end up in this position. Tip the pelvis under, breathing in, breathing out. All right, lifting up and over. Now, as you're doing this, you still should have your abdominals in. Hold it there, breathing in, breathing out as you add a little bit more core engagement in, and upper back, shoulder blade. Good, and then up, lift the chest up and back, draw the abdominals in, breathing out, tip the pelvis under. So here you should feel that stretch going all the way through the abdominals. That's our challenge. Okay, pop the band down. We're going to go into a general front of the thigh stretch. So hold on if you need to. Knees level, breathing in, breathing out. Tip the pelvis forward, heel in towards the hip. Again, take the hand away. If you need to, hold on to the ear. Make sure you're not looking down towards the floor. If you look ahead, you can keep that chin back. That helps with your posture. And then if you can balance, hold the foot with both hands. Breathing in, breathing out, and then tip the pelvis under a little bit more. Heel in towards the hip. Brilliant. Okay. And change legs. Hold your foot, ankle, trouser, leg. Chin back, shoulder blades back and down. Knees level if you can. Breathing in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Draw the core muscles in. Tip the pelvis under, heel in towards the hip. Now, as we're holding this stretch, try and keep those abdominals in and just breathe normally. So you're getting that stretch there. Take the hand off the wall if you can. Hold your ear, hold your foot. Seem to be very balanced this morning. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, tip the pelvis under. Now try and keep the core muscles engaged. Breathing in, breathing out. And repeat that stretch. Draw the abdominals in. Shoulder blades back and down. Holding that stretch. Good, okay, so let's go over what we did last week and then adding in, because it's a compound movement really, and we're going to add in this new breathing technique, and some of you might be doing it anyway, I don't know. All right, so we're going into our squats, feet hip distance apart. So normal squatting technique, as you know, just to remind you, 3 points of connection in the spine, so try not to let this happen. Breathing in, breathing out. So draw the abdominals in, sink the hips back, keep the shoulder blades back and down. And I'm going to add the arms in a minute. Breathing in, breathing out. And again, heels into the floor. Squeeze the bicep muscles as you come back up. But with the abdominals, you're keeping them in the whole time. So when we speed that up, it becomes a little bit more manageable, if you like. Okay, so breathing in, breathing out and back. So you've still got the abdominals in here, even though I'm breathing in, breathing out, coming back up. Breathing in, breathing out, back. Breathe in, breathe out, coming back up. But you haven't let that abdominal, that core engagement go. So it makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so what we did last week, we added some arms in. So we started with the arms here. Of course, if it's uncomfortable, you can bring the arms in front. So we're going into a shoulder press, if you like, here, up. And as we come back up, we're taking the arms behind or in front, as I said, to work the back muscles. So breathe in, breathe out, abdominals in, core engagement, shoulder blades back and down, Okay, you're going to breathe in again, but you're not losing your abdominal connection there. Breathing in, breathing out. You can squeeze a little bit more, but think buttock muscles, and then come back up. So as we speed that up, you're just keeping those abdominals in all the time. And obviously you're breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Squeeze the buttock muscles. Obviously, as you speed it up, you might get a bit confused with the breathing. So don't worry, as long as you've got that core engagement, there, just breathe. Okay, you're still going to be working there, so I'm getting out of sync here because I'm trying to talk you through it. There we go. Forward, so shoulder press and back, up and back. So again, speed it up a little bit, keep the abdominals in all the time, and just focus on breathing. Squeeze the buttock muscles. Push the heels into the mat. Add your weights in here. So just your shoulder press, back muscles, shoulders, back, there and back. Okay, so I hope that sort of explains it. So it was a very good question from one of my clients there. Just takes a bit of practice and coordination. Okay, so pop that down and we'll just finish off with our deep stretches. Right over left, lock the elbows. Push the elbows away, open the shoulder blades, and lower the elbows down, and bring the hands up. Still keeping the shoulder blades open if you can, so you're getting that deeper stretch in the shoulders. Breathing in, breathing out. You're breathing in, bringing the elbows down, but you're still keeping those abdominals in, that core engagement, buttock muscles here as well. Okay, and then extend the forearms forward. Great. Okay, other side, left over right. Of course, remember, if you can't get this position, just bring the arm across for a basic stretch there. Push the elbows away, breathing in as you lower, breathing out, abdominals in as you raise. Now keep the abdominals in as you breathe in, breathing out, and you can just engage those core muscles a little bit more if you want to. Elbows back to the centre and extend the forearms further forward. All right, take the arms behind you, shoulders down, stretching up, open the chest, feel the stretch in the shoulders as well, and the arms. I can feel this in my biceps as well if you stretch. Relax, breathing in, breathing out. Great, okay, shoes off. We're going to get down onto the mats. So make sure you've got your grips ready, got your mats out. Have a little drink if you need to. Keep hydrated. And then we're going to go into our plank series. Again, trying to add in that new core engagement, if you like, our advanced breathing and core engagement techniques. Okay, so first of all, just working on the flexibility, back of the legs, calves, thighs, buttock muscles, and lower back as well. Keeping your neutral spine position, breathing in, come up onto the toes, breathing out, heels back down. So push the hips back, but don't arch the back, draw the abdominals in, lengthen the spine, and then rolling down one vertebra at a time. Again, look at your knees. Never have the knees locked. Knees just very, very slightly soft and level with second or third toe. Try not to let the knees sort of roll in like that. Very important for your alignment there for hips and knees. So holding that position, either hands on the floor or on the legs, up to you. Keeping that lower back lengthened, no overarching or hyperextending there. Breathing in, breathing out. Draw the abdominals in. Hinge the hips back. Hold it for a few seconds. And try and feel your backs of your legs, lower back, buttock muscles stretching out. Bend the knees, breathing in, breathing out, straighten. Again, hold it for a few seconds. Bend, straighten, draw the abdominals in. Bend and straighten, breathing in, breathing out. They're alternating. Now again, even with your stretching, if you're finding that abdominal engagement quite easy, same thing applies here. So you keep the abdominals in, breathing out, bend one knee, straighten the other. As you breathe in,
bring the leg back, but don't let the abdominals flop forwards, if you like. Keep them engaged if you can. So breathing in, breathing out. Keep the abdominals in as you breathe in, and just engage a little bit more as you breathe out. Turn the toes in, so we do that with our turned in position. Breathing in. If you find it too complicated, don't worry. You can always practice this a bit later in your own time. Bend and straighten. Good, and then turn the feet outwards, bend the knees, straighten the legs. Breathing in as you bend, breathing out as you straighten. Keep the abdominals in, breathing in again, breathing out, and engage a little bit more there through the abdominals, alternating, breathing in, breathing out. It'll help you with your flexibility if you get that breathing right as well. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. All right, feet back to the front. Take the left leg out in front of you. Sink the hips back. Stretch the toes back and turn the foot inwards and outwards. Good. And then the other one. So watch your posture here. Hinge at the hips back. Keep the shoulder blades engaged, as in don't hunch the shoulders like this. Stretch the toes back. Turn the foot inwards and outwards. Good. All right, hands on the mat. So you're going to walk forwards now into your downward dog stretch, using your grips if you want to, if you need to. And again, I want you to add in that advanced core breathing techniques, even with this stretch. So stretch back, stretch the arms back, shoulders back. Think about your shoulder blades. So breathe in, breathe out, draw the abdominals in, hinge the hips back, shoulder blades back and down. Good, now come up onto the toes, keep the abdominals in. Breathing in, breathing out, but all the time you're keeping the abdominals in, so you're not losing that core engagement there through the abdominals and your back. Good, alternating, breathing in, breathing out, abdominals, keep the abdominals in, breathe out, engage a little bit more. So try and add that in, again it's practice here, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, so we're coming forwards into plank. Remember, work at your own level, use your grips if you need to, and of course knees onto the mat if it's too much. So from here, breathe in, breathe out, draw the abdominals in, come forwards as far as it's comfortable, don't let the hips drop down, keep the shoulder blades back and down, draw the abdominals in, then when you go back into your downward dog, you're breathing in again, but you're still keeping the abdominals in. See what a difference that makes. Breathing in, breathing out, coming forward. So the whole time you're trying to keep those abdominals in, so you're strengthening your back, because you've got your shoulder blades back and down, you're working the upper back, you're working your postural muscles. So give that a go. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep the abdominals in, come forwards, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, so keeping that position, so keeping the abdominals in, we're now going to go into bringing our knee underneath us. Now again, it's quite challenging to keep those core muscles in, and we have to speed up the breathing a little bit here. So come forwards into your plank, breathing in, breathing out, shoulder blades back and down, abdominals in. Now feel your abdominals engaging, keep them engaged, and then we just bring the knee underneath, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in as you come in the middle, breathing out. See if you can get that coordinated, but keeping the shoulder blades back and down, the abdominals in. You're really working through all your core muscles at the same time. Okay, if you want to, bring the knee a little bit further underneath, speed it up a little bit, and then more advanced techniques, add in your little mini push-up here. Or if you're very good at push-ups, you can add in a bigger push-up. But keep the abdominals in all the time, breathing in, breathing out. Speed it up a little bit, add your push-up in. And do as many as you want to, but the secret is to keep the abdominals in, and you're working your core muscles a little bit harder there. So I hope you managed to do that. Practice makes perfect, of course. And stretch back, sit back on your heels, and arms stretched out in front of you. Relax your back, relax your arms, relax your head, neck and shoulders, and into your child's pose stretch if you're able to. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, and relaxing Feel that lower back stretching out. Okay, all right, come back up. So we're going into our cat stretch, rounding the shoulder blades. Lift the chest, shoulder blades back and down. So again, even with this, breathing in, breathing out, draw the abdominals in, open the shoulder blades. Now keep the abdominals in, breathe in, even though you're breathing in, keep the abdominals in. Breathe out, core engagement a little bit more, shoulder blades back and down. So all the time, you're keeping the abdominals in for more core engagement. Breathing in, breathing out. So breathing in again, but keep the abdominals in. Breathing out, shoulder blades back and down. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Keep the abdominals in the whole time. Give that a bit of a go there. Good. Okay, how did you get on with that? Okay. Right, put your grips down. And then we're going to go into our rolling down. Again, with the rolling down, it's important, if you can, is to keep that core engagement the whole time. So you've all done your roll down with me before, so please go into the level that you're comfortable with, and adding in your light weights if you want to, adding in the exercise band if you want to. If you're still a bit unsure about the exercise, keep the hands on the legs, keep the ball behind you, up to you. And then we're going to add in our advanced breathing techniques with this. Okay, so here, make sure you've got your core engagement, so if you need to, bring the bands a bit lower. Okay, particularly good for supporting the knees, hips and back. Breathing in, breathing out, abdominals in. So rolling back as far as it's comfortable. Keep the abdominals in, breathing out, squeeze the bicep muscles, come back up, and you can just re-engage those abdominals again to make sure. But all the time, breathing in, breathing out. You haven't let those abdominals go, squeezing, come back up. So it's a little bit of something you have to learn, but it really will help you get more out of your Pilates. Breathing in, breathing out, back down. Keep the abdominals in, breathing out, coming back up. So I hope that sort of explains the question. Work at your own level, as I said, going all the way back down. If you're able to, breathing in, breathing out. So abdominals in, coming back up, squeeze the bicep muscles. Good, breathing in, try not to lose the abdominal connection. Breathing out, rolling back down. Stretching, breathing in, breathing out. Abdominals, squeeze the bicep muscles, come back up. Still keep the abdominals in, breathing out. So even if you're going down a little way, keep those abdominals in. So you're engaging more core muscles all the time. So work at your own level. Stretching back, breathing in, breathe out. Abdominals in, squeeze the bicep muscles. Now keep the abdominals in as you roll back. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. I hope you can feel more core muscles working there. So try not to lose that drawing in of the abdominals. And then if you add in, you squeeze the bicep muscles as well. Okay, you're working more of your core muscles. And obviously if you've got the activation band on as well, we're working the legs, so it's a win-win situation. Okay, hands underneath the thighs. And just hold it there. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Relax your back, relax your shoulder blades there. Good, and now go all the way back down. And we're going to go into our opposite arm and opposite leg. Again, if you want to, you can add your light weights here. Or if you've got the grips, you can just hold the grips just to add in a little bit more focus there with the shoulders. It's up to you. Or if, like me, you like the ball at the back of the head, you can put the ball back there. Okay, so abdominals in. So the same thing applies here with your opposite arm and opposite leg. It's about keeping the abdominals in even though we're changing sides. So if we're here, breathing in, breathing out, abdominals in, draw those core muscles in to start with. Breathing in, keep the abdominals in. Breathe out, go into your stretch, whichever version you're doing. Now as you bring the arm and leg back, you breathe in, but try and keep the abdominals in. As you come back up, breathing out, and the other side. Breathing in, keep the abdominals in if you can. So this is the secret, this is the challenge. keeping the abdominals in all the time, even though you're breathing in. As you come back up, keep the abdominals in, keep that core engagement. Give that a go. Breathing in, breathing out, and then you can add in your more challenging variations if you want to. So both arms back, breathing in, breathing out. As you bring the arm and leg back up, you're breathing in, but you're still keeping those core muscles engaged. See if you can get that working. And obviously with this one, you'll feel it working the side of the waist as well as you come back up with the leg. You're stretching. And then open the arms out, same thing, stretching the shoulder blades. And when you breathe in, bring the arms and legs back up. Keep those abdominals in if you can. This is what we're training our abdominals to do for more advanced, if you like, techniques. And take the arms back and all the way around in a circle, abdominals in, breathing in, come back, and still keeping those abdominals in. Okay, so continue with that, or if you want to bring your feet up into your tabletop position, same thing, breathing in, breathing out, and as you bring the arm and leg back up, keep those abdominals in, suck those abdominals in to activate more core muscles, and obviously keeping breathing in, breathing out, keeping your neutral spine position, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Now keep those abdominals in all the time. If you can, work at your own level, vary it, both arms back, just draw those abdominals in and you'll get so much more out of your Pilates. Next level, obviously legs extending, work at your own level, keep the abdominals in, even though when you bring the arm and leg back, you're breathing in, keep the abdominals in and back. So alternating, varying the arms, breathing in, breathe out. Now keep the abdominals in, breathing in as you come back up. Still got the core engagement there. That's it. Okay, and then we're going to add in our mountain climber. And the same thing applies here. So cross the hands behind the head or whichever position you find it comfortable in. So when we speed this up, okay, you're going to have to try and hold the abdominals in. So breathe in, breathing out. So as we speed this up, keep the abdominals in, coming back up, breathing in, breathing out. So all the time, okay, you're drawing the abdominals in. So try and do that. If you can't manage it, slow it down a little bit. Breathe in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. But if you can't hold the abdominals in, speed that up a little bit. Keep the abdominals in the whole time. That's it. Bring the knee a little bit higher if it's comfortable. Speed it up. Keep the abdominals in all the time. See what a difference that makes to working your core muscles here. That's it. Speed it up. Okay. And relax. Good. Knees into the chest. Circle the hips round one way and the other way. Good. All right, feet on the mat. So we're going to go into a 100 exercise today. So it's very similar, sort of what we did when we were standing with the opposite arm and opposite leg. Again, lots of different levels here, but it's good practice for keeping the abdominals in all the time. But as you breathe in, you breathe out, you're still drawing the abdominals in. So that's the key, the action here. So start off with the feet on the mat. This is your level one. Hands down by the side of you, not touching the mat. Now try not to hunch. Press the shoulder blades into the mat, chin in the right position, and you're just pulsing the hands up and down. So just practice that first. And you're going to breathe in for 5 counts, breathe out for 5 counts. But all the time, even though you're breathing in, you're trying to keep those abdominals in. So start off, breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. Start your pulsing, breathing in when you feel comfortable, but all the time, even though you're breathing in, you're drawing those abdominals in, breathing in and out, trying to keep, it's almost like sucking the abdominals in here, really. That's it. If you want a little bit more engagement with the upper abdominal muscles, if you like, you can bring the head off the floor. Again, holding this position, tuck the chin in, draw the abdominals in, keep them pulled in, breathing out. If it's too much on the neck, you can keep one hand behind the head. So can you feel that working? Those deep core muscles working all the time. You're drawing those abdominals in. breathing in, breathing out. And then again, work at your own level. Keep with the basic level, with or without the head. And then you can bring your feet up into your tabletop. In fact, we could do one leg first. That helps to work one side more than the other. Breathing in, breathing out. If it's too much on the head, keep the head on the mat or one hand behind the head. That's it. Draw the abdominals in, breathing in, breathing out. Keep the abdominals in as you breathe in. Swap legs. Breathing in, breathing out. So suck those abdominals in. So even when you breathe in, you're still sucking those abdominals in. Work at your own level. Both feet off the floor if you want to. Again, optional with the head off the mat. Just works those upper abdominals a little bit more. Breathing in for 5. Breathing out for 5. If you want to work a little bit harder here, but it's uncomfortable on the neck, just rest one hand behind the head. And obviously swapping over. And then both legs up in the air. So again, this is more challenging. Breathing in, breathing out. Draw the abdominals in, keep them pulled in. Breathing in, breathing out. Bring the head up, chest up a little bit higher if you want to. Draw those abdominals in. Can you feel them aching yet? I hope so. If it's too much on the neck, you can rest the head on the ball. One hand behind the head. If you're doing one hand behind the head, make sure you're swapping. Breathing in for 5, breathing out for 5. That's it. Now usually what I do with this one, I hold it, come up a little bit higher, reach the arms forward. So we're not flapping the arms up and down now, we're pulsing forwards. Draw the abdominals in, pulse forwards, and then try and lift those legs up in the air. Now with this one, if it's too much on the neck, of course you can keep the hands behind the head and just pulse from there. Or you can rest the head on the mat. And if you're stretching the legs up, as you're drawing those abdominals in, breathing out, again, you're still working those core muscles. Okay, so working at your own level there. Good, and then we're just gonna open and close the legs, crisscross, like this. Again, work at your own level. Head off the mat if you want to. Draw those abdominals in, crisscross the legs, and then take them a little bit wider. Open and close, draw the abdominals in. Remember, breathing out, holding the abdominals in. Breathing in, still holding the abdominals in. And then little tiny action, and then we're going that way. Good. Whew. Okay. And relax. Knees into the chest, circle the hips round. One way and the other way. And then arms out to the side. So into your spine stretch, breathing in, breathing out. Take the hips and legs one way. Head goes the other way. Shoulder blade, particularly the opposite shoulder blade, pressed into the mat. Nice and slowly. Breathing in, come up, breathing out the other way. Even though the hip is coming off the mat, you're not letting that back overarch like that. You're drawing the abdominals in, lengthening that lumbar spine as you're doing this. That's it, breathing in, breathing out, stretching. Try and keep the shoulder blades pressed into the mat. Breathing in, breathing out. One more, breathing in, breathing out, stretching that spine, draw the abdominals in, turn the head in the other direction. Good, all right, feet back on the mat. Hands down by your side. I just want you to relax the neck. That's it, relax the shoulders, roll the head side to side. And up and down. Good, all right, roll over onto your side. So we're just going to do a quick side lying. So rest your head on your arm, or head on the ball. So breathing in, breathing out. So stretch the legs, breathe in, breathe out, and lift that leg, lengthening the lumbar spine. Now again here, with your leg exercises, try and keep the abdominals engaged in, even as you breathe in and come back. So just here, breathe in, breathe out, abdominals in, lift, stretch that leg. Now when you bring the leg back down, still keeping the abdominals in if you can, and you're working doubly here through your core. Breathing in, breathing out, coming up, abdominals in. When you bring the leg back, breathing in, still keep the abdominals in. See if you can get that control there, and you'll get more out of the exercise. All right, point the toe, flex the foot, keeping the abdominals in all the time. Core engagement, lengthening that spine, breathing in, breathing out. Whether you can feel more core engagement working here because you're keeping those abdominals in all the time. All right, lift the leg a little bit higher, small circles, one way and the other way. You won't need to do many of this if you've got the activation band on. Okay, lift the leg a little bit higher, little pulsing action, but all the time drawing those abdominals in. Point the toe, flex the foot, and relax. If it's uncomfortable on your low back, as I said before, you can do this with the legs a little bit further forwards. Okay, so swapping the other side. So as I said, body in a straight line. If you find it's uncomfortable on your low back, bring both legs a little bit further forward so you're not hyperextending that back too much. All right, stretch the legs, breathing in, breathing out, lifting and lowering that top leg, abdominals in, lengthening the lumbar spine. So as you breathe in, bring the leg back down, still keep those abdominals in if you can. I know it's a lot to coordinate, especially if you're doing point the toe, flex the foot, but just keep those abdominals in all the time. Breathing out, breathing in, sucking those abdominals in. And again, you'll get more core muscle engagement through the legs, through the abdominals, through your back muscles. Remember, keep the shoulder blades back and down. All right, small circles with the leg. Again, if you haven't got the activation band, you might need to do a few more. Circle the other way. If you've got the activation band on, you really will feel some core muscles working, but keep those abdominals in, as I said before. Okay, and then just point and flex, take that leg a little bit higher. Whew. Okay, brilliant. All right, roll back over onto your back. We're going to go into our back stretch and then our final stretches. Okay, so I'm just going to put some music on. So get into your comfortable position. On your back, we're going to do our back stretch first. Okay, let's see if we can get this going today. Hopefully. Okay, so into your low back stretch first. And with your low back stretch, remember, do hold it a little bit longer if your low back feels tight. So stretching both arms up, both legs out. Point the toes, flex the feet, stretching. Breathing in, breathing out. Grab the back of the thigh, draw that leg in. Press your lower back into the mat. Curl up if you want to. Again, keep those abdominals in all the time if you can. Just breathing in and out. And again, hold it a little bit longer, but press that lower back into the mat for more of a stretch. Point the toes, flex the feet. Bring the other leg in. Press your lower back into the mat. Curling up. Point the toes, flex the feet. Curl up if you want to. Optional. Good. One more each side. Stretching. Take the leg off the mat if you want to, but suck those abdominals in. Breathing in, breathing out. And the last one. Great. Okay, so grab it on one of your bands, whether it's your stretchy one or your activation band, and wrap it around the end of your left foot. Right leg out along the mat. Point the toes, flex the feet, keeping your neutral spine position. Keeping those abdominals in, breathing out. So even with the stretches here, if you're getting into the habit of keeping those abdominals in all the time, even as you're breathing in, it'll help you work those core muscles a little bit more. Take the leg back a little bit further when you feel you can. Flex the foot back a little bit more. Keep those abdominals in, breathing out. Hold the foot in the flex position. Turn the leg inwards and outwards. So remember, we're breathing normally at this point. Try and keep the abdominals in if you can. Take the band in one hand. Take the left leg over to your right. Keep the foot flexed. That's it. And then just move that leg forwards and backwards. Breathing normally. Try and keep those abdominals in if you can. Bring the leg back. All right, swap hands. And take the other leg out. This time try and keep the pelvis on the mat. Foot flexed. Remember, we're trying to stretch the inner thigh, so turn that leg out if you can. Take the leg out to the side. Move that leg forwards and backwards. Take it a little bit lower. I'm just going to move myself out a little bit. That's it. Move the leg forwards and backwards.
All right, bring the leg back, swap legs. Wrap the band around the right foot, the end of the right foot, left leg out along the mat. Point the toes, flex the feet, breathing in as you point, breathing out as you flex. And just to continue with the theme today, try and keep those abdominals in, even when you're breathing in. Okay, work the band a little bit more if you need to get more of a stretch, a little bit more resistance with the band. If you're using the stretchy band, you can always wind it up. Hold the foot there, turn the leg inwards and outwards. That's it. All right, hold the band in one hand. So take the right leg over to the left, to move over a little bit. Keep the foot flexed. And again, move that leg forwards and backwards. Keep the abdominals in, breathe in normally. All right, bring the leg back. Swap hands. Take the right leg out to the right. Turn the leg out slightly to give you that stretch in the inner thigh. Move that leg forwards and backwards. Great. All right, so dispense with the band now. Finish off with your hip stretch, left foot on the bent right knee, abdominals in. Great, and the other one, breathing in, breathing out, keep the pelvis level. Great, okay, so into your relaxation position, staying on your back, rolling over into your child's pose. Stretch if you want to, legs bent, legs straight, so you know the drill. Or knees apart, arms on the floor, across your chest, up to you. And first of all, just focus on relaxing all the muscles. Let all the muscles relax, sink into the mat. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders, relax the arms. You can tense them if you want, and then relax them. Relax your back, relax your legs, relax your hips. So no tension anywhere in the body. And then we're going to add in a thoracic breathing or a Pilates breathing in with the relaxation. Deeper breaths in and out, and holding the breaths a little bit longer. So breathing in through the nose, ribcage expanding. Holding it. Breathing out through the mouth, ribcage closing. Abdominals in. Breathing in. And out. So try and let the breathing slow down so when you get to the top of the breath, hold it for a few seconds. And then long, slow breath out through the mouth. So concentrate on that breathing, in through the nose, out through the mouth, rise and fall of the rib cage, in your own time. And no tension in the body anywhere. Focusing on your thoracic breathing. Deeper breaths for your relaxation, and just no tension anywhere in the body. Okay, when you're ready, slowly come back up. Again, you can stay down longer if you want to. Your relaxation, depending on how you're feeling. Up onto all fours, hands a little bit further forwards, rounding the shoulder blades, retracting, lengthening through the spine. Keep the abdominals in, keep the neck nice and long. Breathing in, breathing out, lengthening. Go downward dog stretch, stretching back. Again here, abdominals in, shoulder blades back and down, and straight and alternate knees. Try and keep those abdominals in all the time. As you stretch, walk the hands back up towards the feet. Slowly coming up, draw the abdominals in, working that spine all the way up. Good, back to your start position. Lift the chest, open up there, breathing in, breathing out. Chin retracted, core muscles engaged, and stretching up. Both arms up, arms slightly behind you so you're getting the shoulder blade stretch. Hands behind the head, breathing in, breathing out. Head forwards, feel that stretch in the back of the neck. Slowly come back up. Great, okay, I hope you enjoyed that. So just to recap what we did today, we learned more advanced breathing and core engagement techniques. So when you get more really au fait with your exercises in the breathing, you can keep the abdominals in all the time, even though you're breathing in and breathing out, and that'll help you get more core engagement, more intensity, if you like, into the workout, using more energy, of course, which is always good. Any questions, do message me and let me know. Okay, see you soon. Bye.